day. Warm welcome. Lovely that you can join this meditation experience. Your presence just adds to the whole affair. So, welcome. Today, we are going to unpack a slogan I once heard, and I really like it. It's used a lot in the sports community. The first time I heard it was watching the world's fastest man sprint in the 100 meters Usain Bolt. And the commentators were just sharing that he had this way, he always just pulled ahead. And they say it's like he finds another gear. They're at the top gear running full throttle, and then he finds an even greater gear to pull ahead. And now it's being used a bit in day-to-day life, being able to find another gear, this idea of a different way of responding, ideally one that preserves the dignity of the self. I'm going to have to find another gear. And in racing, physical racing, obviously, this is about getting faster. But we're already in a world that is moving so quickly and we become so reactive. So we certainly don't need to speed up anymore. So, what does it mean spiritually to find another gear? We're going to explore that together. So, sitting comfortably, as always, there's the invitation to experiment with the eyes open in a natural way. So this is more practical for my day-to-day life. And just taking a breath or two to help relax the body, settle into the space. I take a breath in and then slowly guide the lungs to exhale. That alone is a different gear of breathing. Another breath in, and even slower release of air from the lungs. And feeling how, in that simple way, the body becomes a little more relaxed and my mind a little more focused. I shift that focus from the breath of the body to the activity of my inner world. At this time, I am seated, perhaps not doing a lot, but I am aware of what great speeds my mind can move as it goes through the demands of the day. I have seen how my mind begins to race faster and faster as I engage more and more in worldly activities of the day. This racing mind. And how that racing mind seems to be moving further and further from my ultimate objective, which is inner peace, inner comfort, inner well-being. Instead, I feel more and more distressed, anxious, heavy. I need to find a different gear of operating to reach my objective. And so I observe my mind now. Even now, while seated here, the habit of racing and wandering can still pull on my mind. It just doesn't relax. It's so concerned if I don't think about these things, I will lose out. And yet the irony is I'm already losing out on my objective by thinking about all these things. I gently take the hand of my mind like an adult would a child. Give my mind permission to shift from worldly thoughts and travel deeper into my inner world to arrive at a space inside which feels like an inner meditation room, a space inside dedicated to a different quality of thought, thinking about what really matters. What is the point? Have I lost the thread? A place of simple but deeper thought. And even as my mind enters that space, it begins to slow down. And that's when I begin to realize that is the other gear. It's not to speed up, it's to slow down by simplifying and by remembering the point, remembering what really matters, even just simply remembering the self. The mind is still thinking, but at a very different speed, slower and deeper, just like I do with the physical breath when I seek physical well-being, slower and deeper. When I think about the self at a high speed, I notice it's about all the things I need to do, transient aspects of my life, little details, image management, tasks and timelines. But when I think more deeply about the self, my true form, my true nature, my core values, all the details fade away. I return to the core of myself. More simple thought, but definitely more profound. Remembering I am the living being, the soul in this body. Everything around me will come and go, but what travels with me is my character, my nature, my memories. I would love all of these to be of the highest quality, honoring my highest potential, the grace and dignity of the human spirit. That's what's most important. The relationship with myself, honoring of the self, that will color everything else in my life. This very deep thought slows my mind down. I start to notice I'm closer to my objective. I feel more calm, more comfortable with myself because I'm honoring myself. It's finding a different gear inside. My mind is not racing, but it is thinking in such a way that peace feels within reach, moving actually more quickly to my objective, even though I'm slowing down. Let me experiment with this during the day. Whenever I notice a tinge of anxiety, impatience, irritation, signs my mind is speeding up. It's a very good time to go inside and find that other gear, engage that reflection on what really matters. Am I honoring my core self, my highest potential, my core values in this moment? That's what's most precious. Taking that second to shift gears, feel the mind slowing down. That is inner peace returning. And then seeing how it affects what I express, what I think, say, and do. Very much changing the quality of my day-to-day life simply by shifting gears inside, not changing anything outside, just shifting gears inside. A leap of faith that if I slow down, I'll actually arrive at my objective sooner. Finding the other gear, the gear of peace. Om Shanti. And again, thank you so much for joining. Take care.